Go on.
Got silly, man.
So oil on first. Yeah. Effleurage. Similar sort of idea that we did on the abdomen. You dive in at the base of the back. Bring your fingers down, your palms down. Go all the way up, hands either side of the spine, over, round the shoulder, down the side, and put a lift in when you get back to the waist. So effleurage. Odd number of times, that was 3, that's 4, that's 5. Most of these things you can repeat as much as you like. What's the next move?
Palm knee up back, one side at a time, circular palm knee gradually moving up.
Yep.
Figure 8 across whole back, both hands.
One hand on top of the other. Make sure you get into a nice place. Across, diagonal, across, diagonal. So it's like the shape of it. Across, diagonal, across, diagonal. What's the difference about having 2 hands there, do you think? Yeah, more pressure, it's less effort for me. I'm not doing any work. It's just the weight of my arms putting a bit of pressure on there.
I think it'd be best for your back as well, isn't it? So you're both using.
Well, yeah, I'm sort of balanced.
Yeah, balanced, yeah.
But you know, be ready for this shifting across from one leg to the other, moving your weight. Yeah. So I've done loads more of that than I would normally have done.
Shoulder figure 8.
Same thing, but this time just over the shoulders. Yeah. Okay. And the next bit.
Ringing, pelvis up to shoulder.
So one hand pulls, one hand pushes. You need to be aware, if you're doing a woman, not to go too far with your fingers. You could see as I moved up, so I'm going quite low with my fingers there. As I go further up, I'm bringing my fingers out so that you don't touch anything that you shouldn't. Yeah. And the next one,
Skin rolling.
this time we did that before. We're going to do a different version of skin rolling. So you put your thumbs down there and sort of roll your thumbs up. But you pull the skin towards your thumbs with your fingers. So it's almost like a plough with my thumbs going up and my fingers being the wheels that pull it forward, if that makes sense, yeah? So that's a different version of skin rolling to the one that we did before, and again, if you can't reach, walk around the other side. But as I said, the more you can do from one position, the better, because it's less work for me, less walking. And the next one.
Petrosars up each side of back. First with fingers, then knuckle, and palm, finger push, glide towards extensorium.
Yeah. So I'm going a bit deeper with this, just with my fingers. Then with my palm. Then with my knuckles. You can either go straight or make it a circular movement. So this again is getting into the deeper fibres in there. So is the pressure okay?
Yeah.
She is still alive. And the next one, please.
Thumb need up each side of spine, left then right, over and under.
So you can see where the spine is. I can feel the bumps in the back of the spine, so I'm just going to go up, over and under with the thumbs, up that little channel, and then the same thing on this side, up that little channel. And the next one.
Finger vibration side of spine, both sides together, static or sliding.
Now, all you do is 2 fingers either side of this spine, and you either do it, that's what I call static, so I'm doing it move, 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 or you can do it as a continuous sliding version. A lot of people like that one more than the jumpy one. I think it feels better. So that's the one that I would go with, the sliding vibration.
Stroking beside spine, right then left.
I've just done left and right. You'll notice I get confused about left and right quite easily.
Shoulder blade, thumb work. Lift flank, right hand across back to raise scapula. Thumb need all around, keep the left.
I've got the rights and lefts mixed up. What's this? I wouldn't do treatment on you with your watch on.
She's wearing her glasses.
So, if you put their hand on the back of their, small of their back like that, you can see that the scapula lifts up. Yeah, what I'm going to do is get my fingers in there and actually pull. And if it doesn't come up, you push down. I'm pushing her elbow with my hand, and that's lifted it even more. So now I can get in there. Don't be afraid. She hasn't screamed. I don't think it's hurting her. Are you still alive? Yeah. So you can get there, and this is getting at there might be adhesions under the shoulder
Do you hold
blade.
the shoulders, like, or put the towel under?
No, you can do. I mean, this is the basic version. In sports, then I would put that there, then that, and that's opened it even more. So you've changed the angle. But if I've got my hand under the front, I'm trying to hold her elbow down with my elbow and do all the work with those fingers. It just...
Not really much pressure.
It can be. It depends on your client and what's going on. You don't need that. Relax. So you get in there, you can actually get your fingers behind the shoulder blade, but you need short fingernails. Pull it out. Again, don't use your hands, get down, lean back, use your weight.
Get in there.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what my problem is, because I've had a couple of whiplash.
That's not your only problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's one of them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
and yeah, it's there mainly all the time. The pain.
as we said, you've got the rhomboids going across there, so it's probably damaged the rhomboids underneath the scapula for you. And the next bit.
Move to head of couch, knead trapezius like making bread. Lobster pinch.
So, working on that, we're going to do some. Yeah.
Thumb needs shoulder.
And it's the same thing that we did before. I mean, I'm just going to the front and sliding back over the trapeze. We did it the other way. We did the same thing when she was on her back. Yeah. Next one.
Full hand knead neck.
I'm sort of doing almost like that lobster pinch, but getting in there, trying to grasp as much of the neck as possible and sliding off. Yeah.
Move to side, effleurage, fall back. Close.
Could you do that to somebody if they had something inserted in their spine at the base of their head?
You need to check beforehand how long it's been there, why is it there, does it cause any pain, is there anything going on, what should you do if you're not sure?
Don't do it.
Do it anyway.
Don't do it. And
Check with the
Avoid
GP.
that area.
okay, avoid the area, and yeah, get permission.
Okay.
Get them to check with their doctor if it's safe. With all this stuff, if the doctor gives you a letter that says yeah and do it,
If this is
You go
jewellery
ahead.
studs, as you say, because some people have jewellery studs on there, do you avoid the area? Yeah.
I mean, you
Or
get
do
them
you
to
need
take
to get
the jewellery out. And
But if
Yeah.
it's
Implants.
because some of them are studs, it's hard
I
to
mean,
do.
like
You
if
have
somebody
to
had
go-
like
you know,
a
I
shiny
think
Implants.
then, you know, I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about. Then you do
Yeah.
just because the screwed ones that screwed into your skin.
into your skin.
That's not usually. Yeah, you
But
just
you have
avoid
to
it.
replace it again, it's quite hard to
Don't
do.
do them
Yeah,
because
you
they're
just
idiots.
a lot of
avoid the area.
people,
Avoid the area.
Yeah.
certainly after the first time, will take out any piercings they've got before they get there. Because if you say, oh, you got a piercing there, it means I can't do all that area, it sort of puts them off. Packing. Not very much down there. Why?
Kidneys.
Kidneys are there. What comes after?
Pain.
And what?
Ringing. Crisscross.
Mm-hmm.
What's the crystal?
Efferage.
I just mean you go across the back.
Okay. And then forearm stretch. Forearm stretch is this. Is that in there for any reason?
Some
Not
passive.
particularly. We did a passive stretch on the. Oh no.
How long?
Forearm stretch. My forearm.
I knew it.
So I'm going to leave and do that stretch out. Do it diagonally. Do it diagonally. So I really should write a bit more in there so that you know what's going on.
Pressure at top, above C7, bottom around L3.
And then you feel for the vertebrae that sticks out, C7, you go just above it. And you go down to down towards the base, down towards the sacrum. Just put pressure on there. Hold it for a few seconds. Come off, and that's the end of the routine.